How are you guys doing? Welcome back to the Dirty Diamond channel. We are currently about to start putting the injection pump back on the truck. You guys saw last video I was having trouble getting these brakes done, kept running into problems. Got the brakes all done, so finally got that taken care of out of the way. And the new Tappet cover came in today, and I'm super excited to show you guys this thing. It's pretty sick. So I'm gonna grab it real quick. Figured I'd show you guys out here because the light's a lot better, so you should be able to pick it up. But here it is. This one costs a little bit more money, but it was worth it. It's a GNR diesel billet Tappet cover that has the oil catch system built into it. So it's basically, I mean, all it is just a baffle. This thing is sweet. It's very, very nice and well built. GNR's pretty sweet company. I called them today. I had a couple questions on like the thread pitch, and they were super nice in answering my questions, and I appreciate that. I just wanted to know basically what size these two holes right here were for so I could run hoses down, and there's 3/4 pipe thread. Anyways, you can see there, kind of show you guys inside. It's got like little windage trays to catch the oil, basically like the factory system. Because if you don't have one of these, it'll just blow the oil out it'll just basically blow oil out unless you have a catch box. So this does not need a catch box. You can just vent this into the atmosphere through a couple hoses. So that's nice. But yeah, this thing's awesome. I can't wait to get it installed. Came with some nice stainless hardware, koozie, and a nice O-ring. Any of you guys out there with 12 valves, 24 valve Cummins, you'll probably at some point, if you do any type of performance upgrades to where you're gonna make excessive crankcase pressure, you're probably gonna blow the Tappet cover out, and I would highly recommend this to you. I mean, I can't say that for sure yet because technically I haven't put it on yet. But I mean, I know people that run them, and it's gonna be fine. And this O-ring is not gonna blow out as long as everything's vented properly. But yeah, the factory Cummins Tappet cover, I'll show you. This is the Tappet cover that came off of the truck, and it's just got a little, you guys can see it's kind of blown out in a couple different spots. But it pretty much just slides over the edge of this, and it's, what it does, it literally just slides off, and that's how it starts leaking. And it doesn't look cool at all. And that's what it's all about, is being cool. So that's definitely why I upgraded. And just like that, voila, it's put on. It looks amazing. Can't get over how good that looks on the truck. Super easy to install. Looks awesome. I hate to put this injection pump on over top of it, but anyways, moving on. So the injection pump is pretty much ready to go back on. I did time the engine it is at 22 degrees right now. So I basically just did it off the harmonic balancer. Yeah, it was at 14 degrees from the factory. That's how I always had it set. Or that's what the pump was set at. This timing cover in this pump matches, that's how I know that. So it was at 14 degrees, the pump was. And I went off the harmonic balancer. I went like a 1/2 inch, I believe that's 6 degrees. And a little bit over 1/2 inch. I should be right at 22 degrees. So yeah, I got that done. Got the truck, it's pretty much just ready to have the injection pump stuck back on it, and then, yeah. All right guys, the injection pump is all the way back on. Got the lines on tight. In theory, I could start it right now if I didn't make a stupid mistake. Sorry about the dogs barking. But I forgot to pin time this pump at stock before I put it on. And I already had the bolts tight, and there's no way to turn the pump over once it's on. I mean, I could like put vice grips on it and take the chance of tearing into that pump up to try to line it up, but I was like, you know what? I already have to do the front cover here. The front cover seal, it's leaking again. So I'm just gonna do that real quick, and then I can actually slide that cam gear off and find, I mean, I'll have to basically restart the whole timing process, but it's not a big deal. It's just, I'm not gonna take all that back apart whenever I was gonna take that off anyways. So I'm gonna go grab some dinner for now, but we'll get to that here in a second. It might be tomorrow for you guys. as you guys can tell, Cummins is running again. I had a wedding this weekend, so I couldn't really record anything, and we were trying to get the truck done because I wanted to drive to the wedding. But basically, got the front cover put back on. I'm sorry, got the injection pump all tidied up, and then we did the front seal, the front cover seal behind the harmonic balancer. It was leaking, and I needed to get behind there to time the truck anyways, because I messed up and didn't pin time the injection pump before I put it back on. I was like, okay, well, I already got to get inside of there again so I can do what I need to do while I'm in there, and I knocked that seal out. We drove the truck yesterday, took it to the gas station a couple times, and got to the gas station and noticed that it was making a lot of coolant pressure for some reason, like a ton, like it was blowing, like it was leaking out of the gas reservoir. And I was like, well, that's weird. So we took it back, tried to bleed it a little more, see if we get some more air out of it. Took it to the gas station again, get like ice or something, and I'll go ahead and just, you guys can look what we found whenever I was in the gas station parking lot. It is clearly leaking between where the cylinder head and the block meet. I mean, just, we do already have some ARP 625s for the truck. So, oh, while we're inside here, I'll show you guys what we did in here. So in a couple videos ago, I was gonna put the tachometer kit that I bought up here. I drilled a hole in that, and I was gonna mount it right there. And I just think it looks a lot cleaner right there. The wires are tucked, ran through. The shifter doesn't hit it. It just looks clean, and I'm gonna get something to cover up the factory tack. And yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. I think it looks pretty freaking cool right there. And then I got the anteater mounted right there. So yeah. I haven't hooked it up yet still. I have to hook it up. But now we're torn with the task of having to do the head gasket. So while we're waiting on parts, we may try to run the wires to that. I don't know, try to get it where it's hooked up. I may try to hook it onto this point. So I gotta pop the head off this thing. You guys have seen us do multiple head gasket jobs. I'm still going to record the process just so you can see. But so whenever you go to take the valve cover off, which it's super tough to do, once I get the valve cover off, I have to take the push rods out. Well, in a Dodge, there's holes in the cowl where you can slide the push rods out, and there's 2 holes, and on these obviously there's not. So that push rod is going to just hit that cowl, and I'm not going to cut holes in it. I'm just not doing it. I will do the extra work. I'm not cutting holes in my cowl in my truck. It's not worth it for me. So yeah, that's the task at hand right now, fixing that. But we will get it knocked out, guys. We always do. Welcome back, guys. I don't really know where we left off, but I did finally get something done today. I got the tachometer hooked up. Anyways, sit here, kick the key on, start her on up. There you have it. Totally excited to have that finally hooked up. That's awesome. I love it. Love the way it looks. Love the place that I ended up mounting it. A lot better than having it up there. It would have been all right up there, but that's where it needs to be. And yeah, so I finally got that hooked up. I'll show you. Probably gonna be upside down. That right there, you just strap it around the alternator, and basically that is what picks up the signal and will it transmits it. You have to, like, whenever I first started the truck, it was reading like 300 RPMs, and it would only go up to like 15, so you have to calibrate it. I'll be honest with you guys, I pretty much know about where, I didn't have like another truck here or like use like some type of timing tool to get like an exact measure, you know, be dead on with it, but I can tell it's about 700, 800 RPMs. So you just have a little adjustment on the back and you just turn it clockwise, counterclockwise, and it'll adjust the scaling of that and move it. But yeah, I mean, you can see that's about perfect. Also guys, I did start a Patreon account. If you guys don't know what that is, the link is in the description below. If any of you guys are interested in that, any money that I was to make off of it would go directly into this truck, Mason's truck, Bailey's truck, any truck you see on the channel, depending on how much, you know, we get going on there. It will be dumped back into the trucks. So if you guys want to help and support the channel a little bit, feel free to go over there and see what that's about. Yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the end of this video, guys. So glad to finally have this thing, have the flatbed part of it done. I told you guys a couple videos ago I wanted to get this flatbed finished, and it's done, and I can just focus on engine stuff. We're gonna have just an awesome platform to start building off of and put some serious power to it. I'm excited. Anyways, I'll stop rambling. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next one.